It is extremely hard to reach your goals and become successful, but it's even harder to do all of those things and keep your mind at the same time, to not lose your mind, to not lose your morality, lose your morals, and just keep your identity on the way up there. I've seen so many people get to the top and just lose it all, you know what I mean? And you have to think to yourself, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Is it worth getting up there and then just becoming something that you wish you never were, something that goes against your entire beliefs and everything you said you wouldn't become in the first place? I think that's the real challenge. A lot of people talk about the path to success, and they always talk about the hard work and the sacrifices you have to make, the intricacies of losing your mind on the way up there to really being obsessed with something. But I think as a man or a woman, you should strive to do all those things and keep yourself intact at the same time. That's the real battle. It's hard to become successful. It's hard to reach your goals, and it's hard. It really is, but it's even harder, and it's even more of a challenge to get up there and still remain a great person. Try to be a great person, still keep your beliefs intact, not fall victim to the outside world, because when you become successful, you're going to be around a lot of people that are going to try to knock you down. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of people that see your success as a threat, and their insecurities will persuade them to try to knock you down, to give you a sip of alcohol, to introduce you to drugs, introduce you to partying, introduce you to slacking off, and forgetting about the people that were there for you, and forgetting about your younger self, you know what I mean, the man that you once were before you got to that point. And that's what you see a lot of with these people who become successful. They don't really talk about this, especially like someone like Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? Somebody that I looked up to in the 2015, 2016 years. He did everything he said he would. He was locked in on the art of manifestation, the law of attraction, and on the way up there, he did everything he said he would, made hundreds of millions of dollars. His family is financially well off, but was it worth it? Was it worth doing all this and hurting people around you, and losing his mind, and losing his self-beliefs, forgetting the man that he once was, forgetting the morality that got him there in the first place? You know what I mean? And that's the hard part. It's not only hard work and discipline. It's not only just grinding. It's mastering your mind, your physicality and your spirit, keeping them all intact on the way out there. That's what makes it worth it. There's no point in being successful financially if when you get to the top, you're beat down and you've lost all of your mind. There's no point to that, And I'd rather stay broke and still be the man that I strive to be, morale-wise, and still be great to the people around me. You know what I mean? With that being said, I know what I've signed up for in this life. I know what I'm headed to. The day that I asked God for hard work, the day that I asked God for discipline and success and great people around me and a great partner, that's the day that he gave me hardship and put me through a F-ton of trauma, because that's what it takes. Diamonds are built under pressure. You learn from mistakes, you learn from hardships and failure. You're not just given these things, you know what I mean? It's a hard path to get to that point. And even then, you may still not get to that point, you know what I mean? It's just a leap of faith. You got to trust in God, trust in your beliefs, trust in your higher power, trust in yourself, self-belief. And you're going to have people who will try to knock you down on that road to success. People who will laugh at you every time you say that you want to accomplish good things, because when you strive to be extraordinary, you're gonna have people who would never imagine themselves doing any of the things that you've ever done, anything close to that. So they're gonna knock you down. Their ego and their insecurity is gonna push. They're gonna try to push you to a bad place, and you can't let that go away. Honestly, you've gotta have a strong mind. You've got to get used to these things, because guess what? When you get to the top, even Jesus had haters. The most perfect man to ever live had haters, had people who tried to knock him down from his beliefs, had people who put him under pressure. That hoped he would fall, and he didn't. He still stood tall, and obviously, I'm not anywhere close to the man that Jesus was, but I can still strive to keep my beliefs intact. You know what I mean? Do the things that he told me that I should do. That's the path to success. That's only one of the few things that it takes to get to success. And like I said, it doesn't only mean financials. It's not all about financials. It's about mastering the three things: mind, body, and spirit. You know what I mean? Not only becoming a successful person in this world, but keeping your morale intact. That's what it's all about. Don't get me wrong. I want those fast cars. I want that big house. I want to fly my mother out to New York to have a nice steak just because she wants it. You know what I mean? fly her out to a Louis Vuitton store just cause I can. I think any good man is built. You know, they say hard times make strong men. You know what I mean? Hard times make strong women too. I've seen a lot of women who are very strong. It's all about perspective, honestly. Like, you know, if you ask for success, if you ask for gifts and riches, God is not just going to give you these things on a silver platter. He's not going to give you these things on a satin pillow. He's going to put you through hard times and hard situations. He will give you a chance to build upon those things. That's why I always tell people, if you're in a bad spot, if bad stuff is happening to you, the best thing to do is to look up and say thank you. Because no matter what you do, no matter what happens in that moment, you will always look back. Maybe not always, but the best chess move is to always sit there and build upon it, take a lesson from it, because failure breeds lessons and lessons breeds attributes, you know, a stronger outside body. That's why I always tell people, if you've gone through a lot, you know, it may suck. You know what I mean? I don't have a time machine. I can't go back there and solve it for you. I can't make sure that it never happened. But thank God, because guess what? You're stronger than the next man now. Your skin is thick. You have thick skin. You can't be stabbed. You can't be beat anymore. You're stronger than the next man. So use it. Use it to beat everyone who tries you. Beat every other person to get to the top. The path to success is a hard path, I tell you, man. It's a hard path. There's a lot of lonely nights, a lot of sacrifices. You know, saying no to going to parties, saying no to going to those get-togethers. You're missing out on birthdays, missing out on family get-togethers. And I'm not saying that you always have to, you know, I don't believe in leaving the people behind that were there for you. I don't believe in that. A lot of people online, they'll say you have to sacrifice leaving people. I don't believe in that. I believe that you should be strong enough to keep the people who are there for you by your side. Fuck everyone else. You know what I mean? The people who don't bring substance to your life, and the people who doubt you, and the people who bring you bad habits, fuck those people. That's how I feel about it. You know, having a small circle is the best circle. And it doesn't mean that those people are worthless. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything like that. Not everybody has to be on that grind mode. Not everybody has to be on that path, in that situation, on that road. But me, I'm on that path. So on this path, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most, and you better make sure that those 5 people you're hanging around with are on the same level as you and the same mindset as you, because if not, their attributes will get on you, their vocabulary, their situations, their habits, it will get on you. That's what, you know, that's one of the things that it takes, man. You know, that's what it's all about. And like I said, not everybody has to be on that type of timing. Some people enjoy their union jump. Some people's dreams are just to be a father. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. Some people love their job and they just want to work their job, have a good life, you know, a stable life, go home, work, come back to a wife that they love and that loves them, and have great kids. You know what I mean? That's them. That's completely okay. But me, I don't know. There's just a certain fire beneath me that burns every single day and just tells me to be extraordinary, to do great things. You know what I mean? To do something extraordinary every single day. And if not, then I don't know. But that's just who I am. That's all I've ever wanted, is this. So I'll take what comes with it. You know what I mean? Whatever hardships come with it, I'll take it. Please give it to me. You know what I mean? Whatever adversity that comes with it, thank you, God. You know what I mean? Whatever blood I have to spill, whatever sweats I have to sweat, you know, broken bones, you know, broken body, you know what I mean? Scars on my face, bruises on my body, bruises on my face, 24-hour days, no sleep, dragging ass, downing black coffee. Thank you, God. That's what I always say. Thank you, God, in those situations. Because I asked for this. This is what it takes. You know, I wouldn't want it any other way. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted from this life. I love it here. I love the storm. I love it all. I never wanted it anywhere else. This is all I've ever wanted. That path to success is beautiful in my mind. That path is a dream.